Tell me Andy's story, just a little background on Andy.
Andy was raised in Gaston. He went to the elementary school, the middle school, the high school out here. He loved Gaston, had tons of friends, wanted to live in Gaston. He had you know, his work here, and he loved to watch football. Andy loved to play with his animals, drive his truck, and Andy lived in this trailer.
Tell me about the phone call you got at 4 a.m. on the 25th of September 2009.
I got a phone call saying that Andy was dead, and I didn't believe it. And I drove over here and saw the ambulance and the police cars, and I knew at that point that something had happened, and they would not let me in the home to be with Andy. It was later that night when I was able to see him, and Andy had been shot to death.
Do you know what occurred in the home?
I do. I know that they broke the front door down. They beat my son, taped his hands behind his back, and the final thing was they shot and killed him.
Any idea why?
I don't know why. I don't know why anybody would want to hurt Andy. Andy had a ton of friends. Everybody loved him. He loved everybody. Andy didn't know color. Andy loved everyone. So I have no idea why anyone would want to hurt him.
Tell me a little bit about Andy himself. You know, he grew up in Gaston, wanted to stay here, loved football. But tell me about Andy the man, the boy.
Andy was a good boy. Andy would come home every day and he would hug his mom before he'd walk out the door. He'd always tell me he loved me. I always told him I loved him. Andy loved to eat spaghetti and watch movies. And he had 2 dogs and a cat that he loved, and he loved to sleep. He had a job out here in Gaston. He drove his truck everywhere. He was so proud when he got that truck. And Andy was just a good boy. He didn't bother anyone. He kept to himself. And I have no earthly idea why anyone would want to hurt him.
Tell me about the days after the 25th, the 26th, and 27th, October 1st, and the immediate days following what happened, what was going through your head. Of course, the police, I'm sure, were involved every single day.
I can't tell you a lot of it because honestly, I don't remember a lot of it. I remember getting that phone call, and several days after, I just don't remember certain events. It was a horrible time.
So, as of now, no one has been actually found responsible for Andy's death.
No.
It's been about 2.5 years.
Yes.
What have you been doing the last 2.5 years for your son?
I've been working with the police and trying to find out who murdered him, actively working with the sheriff's department. I've done quite a few Crime Stoppers. I've put flyers out. I talk to people. I post different things on his Facebook page. So I have actively been involved in finding out who killed my son.
If you could look here at Jared and address anybody that may be watching, that may know something, may have been involved. What do you want to say to them? They're watching TV. What do you want to say to them?
Please help me. Help me find the evidence that we need to prosecute the people that killed my son. I need help. I can't do this by myself. The sheriff's department cannot do it by themselves. We need help. Please, I'm begging you, help us to help get justice for Andy.